listening.
I know.
I'm listening.
Look, let me just adjust that. We're brainstorming. You know, uh, going back and forth with ideas and stuff. I feel like you should hone in on the fact that on the feeling that the patio environment gives you, right? Not everybody has a patio. Not everybody has a patio. Some people have balconies. Some people have decks.
Shut.
Some people have porches.
You're right.
Not Porsches, porch. A porch. A front porch. You know what I mean? Some people don't have none of that. Right? But what is the feeling when you're sitting on a patio? Sunny day. You got a nice
Atmosphere.
environment. Yeah, of course, you sunny day, you got your feet up, you drinking whatever you're drinking, you know what I'm saying? And you're feeling tranquil, right? Like you're feeling pretty at peace with yourself. So I've known you 10 plus years, and when we sit down and have conversations, that's kind of the feeling I kind of get. Like we could be anywhere. We could be in a car, we could be at the park, on a park bench, we could be at a restaurant, we could be in the studio, we could be so many places, and it's just that tranquil feeling, bro. You know what I mean? Deep conversations, deep rooted conversations that actually, it could be funny, it could be uh, informational, productive. You go away leaving every conversation with something new.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I feel like that should be the whole premise and the purpose of the segment of this podcast. So I appreciate you for if I came in here off the rip just rapping. People don't even know who I am. I'm just sitting here talking. I'm not even the host. I'm the guest. I'm the guest, y'all. I'm over here. I was over here off mic talking to Ebreezy. He like, why you not recording? So I said, let's start it. Here we are.
I like that. You know, you coming in here and saying actually how you feel off rip. To just let people know how you feel off rip and me not interrupting you. This is how people feel when they talk to me. So I like that people are actually free and feel freedom, and everybody has their own definition of freedom, and how they go about it. So within our conversation, or within the conversation that I'm having with anyone, really, I just like to see their own perspective of how they feel about that specific word that we're talking about. And then that conversation could lead from that to this to there to here to over there. And then all of a sudden, 3 hours is gone. 4 hours is gone. It's like, hey, man, I got to work tomorrow.
Hey, well, I'll tell you one thing. I don't got 3-4 hours right now. You know what I mean? But what did you want to talk about today? Or we just chopping it up? Or you have a specific topic?
Today, I feel like, first of all, when I came in here, I actually wanted to speak about selfishness. And then I was like, man, how selfish is that of me to come in here and tell the person that I'm about to talk to about, hey, man, let's talk about selfishness. I feel like that's selfish. So
Nah, and you know what? I'm going to drop the bomb.
Drop it.
He didn't even want to have a guest. He's so selfish. He came in here by himself talking about selfishness. How do you? What is your perspective? I said, Ebra, I'll tell you my perspective. Man. Let me be a guest. Let's talk about it. You know what I mean?
Because right now you're being really selfish.
Because right now you coming in here by yourself.
At my studio.
He said, just record me. It's like 10 minutes. I'm like, yo. He just like, yeah, man. Talking to himself. I'm like, who? Like, let me answer these questions for you. You know what I mean?
I was like, you're like, you're really trying to demonstrate to me what a selfish person is. I mean, I thought I knew what a selfish person is, but now I'm seeing you showing me what a selfish person is. So let's talk about it. What makes a person being selfish to a point whereby you see him like, all right, man. Now I feel like you're doing it.
But you know, what is selfishness, man? You know, let's think about that. We gotta think about like, all right, you and I are from African descent, right? From
Mm-hmm.
Tanzania, East Africa. We know like there's a difference in the way society is run, both here and there. Like back home, it's a more collective society,
Right.
right? You living on the street, you're interacting with your neighbors. Like the cliche about going and you know what I'm saying, asking for sugar or whatever, whatever. That actually happens, but it's like, bro, like the kid can be at the neighbor's house, or you know what I mean. Like we actually interacting all the time with each other, which is different over here.
Right.
What I've noticed is like we live in a more individualistic society where it's like where I live right now. It's like yeah, if you see them in passing, yeah, hey, how you doing? But it's not. There's not that like we can go weeks, months without seeing our neighbors, and it don't matter. Like, but these people leave, they just lay your head like a few feet away from you. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like I don't know. You can kind of say like the society we live in is kind of
Making it almost.
making us be kind of selfish for real. Like, cause it's kind of everyone is me, 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 me,
Right.
and it's only yeah, I'll plug you in, I'll plug you in, I'll plug you in when I already have some kind of platform for me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'll
Mm-hmm.
plug you in, but if you fall, I'm still good. You feel me?
Right. I
A
think.
family, a family, like the way we understand family,
Mm,
like for me is like, I have a huge family on both sides, mom side, dad side. It's cousins, aunties, uncles. You know what I'm saying? Like, and but these are people I consider like I go to their house like it's my house. You feel me? I treat their kids like they, you know what I mean? Like, but I've noticed like in like an American society, American perspective is kind of like, yo, the family is mom, pops, the kids, brother, sister. That's it. Like all the uncles, aunties, cousins, like that's extra. Like that's like extracurricular activities.
mm,
But for us, it's like that's a whole like you feel me.
yeah.
So that's not to say anything bad about you know. I'm not trying to. It's just like you gotta you ask yourself like in the society that we're living in, what really is selfishness? Because we already, I feel like we already programmed to be selfish.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many examples. Like you going out, like you worrying about your car, your wallet, your safe. Like you thinking about just
Me.
me. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Not saying that's a bad thing. You gotta put yourself first, obviously, and love yourself, love yours. You know what I'm saying? But
To what
to what
extent?
extent? You know what I'm saying?
Uh huh. Uh huh.
To what extent? To the point where it's like you see that, like, bro, this person is struggling here, here, here. I know I can help him here, here, here. Cause there's all that me complex builds another complex where you start to believe that everyone is against you.
Mm-hmm.
So then now it's like, all right, like I can't even help anybody because it's like, nah, like what if they one up me? What if they get more successful than me? Or what if it shouldn't even be about that? That's a whole nother conversation. But
Yeah, it's a whole other. I feel like there's limits to like selfishness. You gotta know, like, all right, cool. This is the limit right here. You gotta know your threshold. After that, you gotta understand that, hey, listen, I'm actually living in a community, which means a community, which means I have my part to do in the community. But I feel like a lot of times what usually happen is that people don't even correct themselves. People don't go be like, hey, I know you for like 2 years, so I have the right to come to you and correct you when you're doing something wrong. You know, if you, I feel like if you know somebody over a certain amount of years, you are able to go to him and have that conversation with him.
well, that also depends on the dynamic of your relationship as well. I could do that to you,
Yeah.
but I can't do that to man, you know what I'm talking
I
about,
know
bro.
exactly what you're
I don't
talking about.
gotta be like,
Like,
you know what I mean? But I can't, or I rather not. But I can, but I rather not.
right.
You feel me? I
Mm-hmm.
know him for the same amount of time, like, or maybe even more.
Even more,
But it's
actually.
like our our relationship isn't like that. But then you said something that made me think. Like, I think it's hard for us to even. It's difficult for us to even understand because we're so used to the collective thing where it's like, bro, like selfish to an extent, right?
Right.
For me, I'm selfish to an extent. I'm an only child. Feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So off rip, I enjoy my own company, bruh. How many times, Ebra? I'm like, Ebra, yo, what time you get off? Like, yo, where you at? Woo? And it's like, all right, let's link, bro. I'm gonna pull up at a certain time. And then you like, all right, bet. And then after a while, you hit me like, yo, you still coming? And I'm like, nah,
Nah.
that's mad selfish of me. But it's selfish. Like to me, I'm looking at it in a healthy way where it's like, bro, like, it's nothing against Ebra or none of that, but it's like you have to be able to distinguish like your own time. Like this is my me time
Mm-hmm.
right now.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Where it's like, bro, like, yeah, I could be on the phone with so and so and so and so. Yeah, I could tell so and so to come over and, just hang out or whatever, whatever, whatever. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're in a space where you made a space for yourself, you're comfortable with in your own company and things of that nature, sometimes it's really important to have the me time and to
Exactly.
be selfish and be like, no, bro, you know what? I'm gonna take some time to myself. I'm gonna sit here, listen to some music or watch like something that I like or do something that I like, read, whatever a hobby that you have, or be like, bro, like I'm gonna take some time for myself and walk down a trail
Mm-hmm.
and just reflect because that's the time where you have to get to you have that you can self reflect. Think about where the age that we're living in right now. Everything is boom, 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 boom. There's no time.
At all.
You have to make time for you to be like, and it's weird to think about because, like, I be telling people in Tanzania, bro, in America, bro, it's not none of like, there's no maskani,
Yeah,
right?
there's
There's
no
no
mascani.
place where it's like, bro, like people is just outside sitting down, hanging out. Like you could go to work, come back, they still there. Like, you know what I'm saying? And you could at the end of the day pull up, hang out with them, just talk, chop it up. It's none of that here. Everyone here is wake up, go to work, go to school, come back home. Boom. That's it.
Like literally back home, somebody will call
So
you and be like, "Hey man, I'm waiting for you right here, Mascani, Nico Mascani, one out." And it's
straight
like,
up, bro, like,
and it,
and they're
no,
not doing nothing else. They're waiting for
no
you.
worries, no nothing. Like they know exactly. There is people like literally back home where we're from. Like we're from Tanzania, right? They know like if they don't get you on a call on the phone, they know like the locations you are on. Like they know. All right, cool. This guy will be here at 4. This guy will be here at 8. So if they can,
Bro, if he's not here, he probably here. If he not here, hit. This person hit. Like, out here is none of that.
but the thing
You feel
is,
me?
the
So,
the thing is also like when you actually meet the guy or the guy that's like that know your location and everything like that. When they meet you at those location, and maybe you haven't been like in touch with them throughout the day, that person is not going to even be mad.
and look, before I like forget my thought too, right? I was saying like it's interesting because you tell people, bro, like it's like America like compared like it's low key lonely, bruh.
It is.
You feel me? But then so it's like how why what do you mean you have to make time if it's already lonely, you already alone. But nah, because like you gotta think about you waking up, commute, you going to work,
Mhm.
you at work, you
Mhm.
come back home.
Mhm.
You probably have work the next day, so you probably just trying to eat real quick. You maybe have time for like an episode or something, or maybe like you know what I'm saying, scroll your phone a little bit, and you going back to sleep. So, but what time did you have for yourself to sit down and be like, bro, like my goals in this life, like my purpose, I believe my purpose is this, and my dreams is to fulfill this. What time do you have to be like, all right, let me go out to the store and get a vision board and write down my goals and put it in my room so when I wake up every day to go to work, I can see my goals and I can be motivated. You have to make that time.
Right.
Like that time, the weekends that you're off, and you're like, bro, I'm beat, bro. Like I'm so tired, I don't want to do nothing. That's the time where you're like, you know what? I have to do something for who? For myself.
Uh huh.
That's you being selfish. You have to make that
Time.
time, bro. Like you have to, bro. Like especially the way things are moving. Everything, like Wale dropped his new album, bro. Everything is a lot. Everything really is a
It is
lot,
a
bro.
lot.
Everything is every
Mm.
turn you look, you
Lot.
open it, you look at the news, work. Some people aren't working. Some people just trying to make it work, like make it happen. Like they cutting the EBTs and the snaps and all the benefit. Like, bro, it's so much going on. So in order to keep your sanity, you have to be in tune with yourself, or you gonna get caught up in the. Cause you're not working. What you doing? You scrolling on your phone on what? Instagram, TikTok.
Hmm.
What you seeing over there? People traveling, living their life, doing. So now you second guessing yourself.
Not worried about anything that's going on.
Yeah, now you second guessing yourself. So now you sitting there like, damn, I ain't. But then you ain't never take the time to really. What do I really want to do? What do I really want to? All right, I'm working at this place. What do I want out of this career? How is this career or this path that I'm on right now gonna help me move to my next step in achieving my goals? You feel
Hmm.
me? But that time, like you're only gonna get that self reflection in that time, bruh. If you make time for yourself, the only competition is the mirror.
Yeah.
There's nobody like, bro. Honestly, bro, you might as well be selfish to an extent, to a T, because it's like, bro, a lot of nobody really care, bro.
Exactly.
Everybody is their own person. Everybody got their own life, their own everything, bro. For real,
And I feel like
like to the T, bro. Like me and Ibra, like the way we be together too. Yeah, cool. But when he wake up in his own bed. He go to the shower on his own. He do all of that on his own, bruh. So he know what he got going on. Like that's his own stuff, bruh.
hmm
You feel me? So and that I got my own stuff. You feel me? No
hmm
matter how much we connect, we all got our own. So like you gotta like think about like, all right, cool. Like it don't matter what the next person doing. They don't even care. That's the whole kill about it, bruh. That's the whole yo. You seen the trend, bruh? Man, I hate this trend. You
What
seen the
trend?
trend where it's like, uh, it's the song, and what is it? YMCA. But then it's like, no one talks about how it goes from this, and they'll be like in the studio or something, or like recording or like performing,
Hmm.
and then it'll be like a cut to this, and they'll like be at their regular day job. And
Oh
I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah,
bro, like, what are y'all trying to get pity points?
yeah.
Like the people commenting and liking your story, like your page or whatever, or that post, that they not gonna help. They're not helping you fulfill your dreams for real.
Yeah. Hmm.
They just in the comments feeling sorry. I saw this one person. He's responding to the comments saying, "Oh yeah, I bet go stream my song." I would have rather you made content with your song and push that instead of try to get the pity points. Like
Right.
I feel like that's how like social media is cooking people. Like bro, like you gotta do what you gotta do until you can do what you want to do. So if doing what you gotta do means working at wherever you're working at in order to achieve the dreams that you
That's
want to
what you
achieve,
gotta do.
that's what you gotta do in order to, and everybody's doing it.
So if I can add to that, I feel like it's very important to understand. I feel like a lot of people don't understand what the word actually understand means. Because when you understand something, you understand, the understanding comes with a lot of things. It comes with exactly everything that you have to do in order for you to go from one point to another. And after you understand, you have to respect that. And you have to know, like, okay, this is me, myself, and I understand who I am as a human, in a society, as an individual, or however you want to call it, because a lot, no, society has a lot of words, to call a person. So I don't want to disrespect anybody. Okay. And then afterwards, I feel like once you understand things, life is a little bit much more easier because you can determine, like, okay, this I can do, this I cannot do because this is not me as a person. So that's you determining or understanding the difference between you and Steve, between you and Michael, between you and Omar, because there's certain things that you do and they represent you as you, and there's certain things that you cannot do. So I feel like what you said about following the trends and getting the pity points, you don't have to get the pity points because that's what you have to do in order for you to go from one point to another. Now, if you want other people to see what you have to do in order for you to go from one point to another, it's fine. But there's certain things that needs to be kept privately because that's your life, and people don't understand that. Everything is not for social media. But at the same time, social media is what actually can take your life from one point to another.
Right. So you have to balance that, bro.
You
And
do.
that's where it becomes the thing where selfish to an extent. It goes into privacy too. You know what I'm saying? I'm a musician. My Instagram page is public. You know what I'm saying? You can go on my Instagram page right now and see all types of stuff. But you probably see it more so in line with my career and my music because I'm looking at it like the social media things as a CV.
Mm-hmm.
I'm being selfish with my private
Life.
life. You know what I mean? You know what's going on,
I know
but
what's going on.
nobody else, like, you know what I mean? Like, and they don't need to. You feel me? So you have to be selfish to that. But that's the what we was talking about with the being selfish to an extent. But then what do people need to learn about how to not be selfish? What are the benefits of not being selfish? How does Because it's kind of contradicting, right? Because you got like, all right, are those people commenting on your post? Like, are they actually helping you? Are they putting money in your pocket? Are they? Nah, all right, cool. But it's a balance with, I think, human nature and how you live with people as well. Like, you kind of gotta balance that out, and you know, when you remember somebody, if you doing whatever, and someone crosses your mind, hey, shoot them a text, give them a call, like,
Mm-hmm.
because that's something that's the not being selfish thing. You're not sitting there just thinking about me, 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 me all day. Like sometimes, like, yo, how's this person doing? And you never know. You might check on that person, and then they might tell you something that could inspire you in whatever you're going through, or you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a part of not being selfish. Even if you don't have selfish, isn't only material. Some people think not being selfish or being generous is material things. Like I have to go out and buy stuff and give stuff and not be selfish. If I buy something for myself, I buy it for the next person too. So, no, it's not even like that. Cause like in Islam, we're taught smiling is a form of charity.
Mm-hmm.
Smiling is a form of not being selfish. Smiling at somebody.
Right.
You don't know what they're going through. They don't know what you're going through.
Simple
But you
words.
know they're a human being. You know I'm a human being.
Mm-hmm.
So hey, smile. Cause that smile could have probably that may or that compliment or whatever.
That could have
It could change the whole trajectory of their whole day.
day. Yeah.
Or even how their outlook on life or whatever. Just that one thing. So that's a part of like, don't, yeah, you walking to work, you walking to whatever you doing, you trying to get yours.
Mm-hmm.
But it don't take nothing to shoot a text. It don't take nothing to, hey, how you doing? It don't take nothing to smile. Hey, have a good one. But Dre, bruh, I used to work with Dre. And one day, bruh, I'm not going to explain the whole backstory, whatever, but like we was at work
Mm-hmm.
and it's this thing called fire duty. Fire duty, you're kind of like on standby, right? So you're chilling. You kind of chilling during your shift. You hoping that they don't call you so you can get off. You ain't do nothing all day. But you know what I'm saying? We like an hour out, bro. We about to get off. Hour. Hey, yo, Junbei, you trying to go to? Can you go to? I'm like, damn. So I'm walking out, bro. Dre is like, hey, don't let nobody stress you out, bro.
That's it.
That's it, bro. I carry that. This was like 5 years ago.
You carried it till
I
today.
carry that till today, bro. And I told her, I'm like, bro, you remember? He's like, I don't remember,
He
but
probably just did
he,
it
I don't. He's
off.
like, yeah, I don't remember, but I probably did. That does sound something like I was. I'm like, yeah, bro. I think about that daily when people like, things happen. I
Hmm.
just hear sometimes I remember Dre being like, "Hey, don't let nobody, hey, don't let nobody Dre, hey, don't let nobody Dre," and it's just like, yo, that was if we weave it back into the conversation we're having now, bro. That's pretty unselfish of him.
Yeah.
He could have kept that to himself.
Hmm.
Off assumption, like Junbei probably know that, like he probably
He probably
already
know
know, like
that.
yeah, he not this Dre, don't let nobody try. But he just like, hey, just a reminder, hey, you feel me?
Hmm.
And yeah, I already knew that. But him telling me, like, it's just like, damn, he cares enough to even say that to me, bruh.
It's amazing.
I didn't even sit here and I wasn't like, yo, bro, I'm so. Nah. It's just off GP, like, bro, hey, don't, hey, all right, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Don't let no one. So that's love. Especially in today's day and age, but you don't really get that genuine, unconditional, like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
That like, like, all right, this person is actually thinking about me, like, you feel me?
I would say that also, when you're thinking about something and you're like you don't know why you're thinking about that thing, do it. Whatever it is, because sometimes it will happen to me. I'm like, I'm having the most busiest day. I'm active. I'm at work, and my mind keeps on reminding me about something. I'm like, why are you reminding me about this thing right now? It's like we need to be concentrating and focus on this, and your mind just keeps on. A minute later, 2 minutes later, 5 minutes later, and the more you don't do it, the thought becomes bigger. So it's like now you're realizing, all right, what do I need to do? Do I need to multitask, or do I need to take some time to actually do this thing that my mind is reminding me of, but I do not know why it's reminding me of? I would say just do those things, because the more you do not do them, the more the mind is going to be more irritating to you. Sometimes you don't know why. It's like your mind might be like, hey, contact your aunt. It's like, okay, contact my aunt. What do I tell her? Just contact her. Just contact her, you know? And you never know. Maybe your aunt at that time is also thinking about you. I don't know if you know, but there is something called waves. Like waves, like literally, like when somebody's like thinking about you, the waves are so big. There's a specific word to this, but I don't know it. The waves are so big to a point whereby they travel and they get to that person depending on how strong that relationship is between you and that person. And that's why your mind is doing that. So whenever your mind is doing that, and whomever your mind is telling you to do or contact, know that that person that it's telling you to contact, or that thing it's telling you to do, you have a strong bond with it. You have a strong relationship with it. You have a strong connection to it. And you doing that means that you're not being selfish at that time.